Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody, man? Making the Right Play podcast. We back again for another week, episode 10, man. We got to clap that up right quick, man. Episode 10, man. That's
Yes, sir.
listen, we here, man. Again, opening words for me, man. We appreciate you guys, man. The input, watching the show, people reaching out to us about a few things. We're gonna definitely go ahead and um get things situated and we're gonna be expanding and getting out more content, guys. So just be patient with us here. But DT, any opening words before we get this thing going?
Man, like you said, we just want to thank the people for coming along. This episode 10. We want to ask that you guys continue to like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, leave that feedback. The feedback is important. It's week 10, episode 10. So let's continue to win. I'm gonna throw it down to my little homie at the bottom, G Clark. Go ahead.
Yeah, episode 10. You know, it's a huge accomplishment from where we started. We appreciate y'all being on this journey with us. Continue to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. You know, and let's go for another 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all. So again, we back. We're back again. So we're gonna get this thing started, man, the right way. NBA free agency, guys. I wanted to say, basically, what moves do you like the most, and what team do you think won free agency? So, G, we'll start with you.
Um, I like. You know what? I'm gonna go down to Atlanta. I like what Atlanta did, you know, by getting Porzingis from Boston. Hopefully he's healthy. And I like the Walker Alexander pick up as well. Those two going with Trey and what they got now. I do like where they're going. I think they'll make the playoffs with a lot of injuries due to these East teams. Star players, Hollenberg, Dame. Well, Dame is released, and Jason Tatum being hurt. I think Atlanta could probably be a top 5 team, you know. But I like what Atlanta is doing in free agency, you know, and I say moving forward, I like what Washington doing too. Washington, you know, I like what Washington doing down there. The Wizards, you know, trading Poole, you know, giving him his team down there, and they getting CJ McCullough back, and they just traded for what's the guy Whitmore from Houston. I might be saying his name wrong. They picked
That
him
was
up.
a huge pickup.
That was a huge pickup. And you know, I say that because of their draft too, and what they draft with Trey Johnson. I like this kid. I think this kid can get you 14, 15 points his rookie year, because he might not start, he might come off the bench, but I like his aggression. And they got Middleton there, and they got the first round pick from last year. I can't pronounce his name, but those two teams stick out to me the most. Free agencies that I like.
Okay, bad. DT, what you thinking, man?
So I'm gonna have to go with the Houston Rockets. You with the people that you traded. You got KD over there. Then you got Kent Capella over there, like a real enforcer, rebounder, somebody that can come out, get you some points and some rebounds, play defense. With the team they got, I think that was a good pickup, good piece for them going forward. Like they had a good team already. Then you bring that with KD, it boosts the Rockets up. But what I don't like about free agency, and I hope this don't offend anyone, it seems like everybody that LA is targeting, somebody's want to steal a player from LA. Like everything that they go to get, here goes somebody coming to take the guy. Like, what is it? Like, what do they? I want to know this. What do the NBA have against LeBron James and Rich Paul? What is it? Because it's like these guys are doing this. Like, if LeBron want to go get Clarkson, here you go. LeBron was going to get Capella. Here goes Houston. Like, it's just like, you know what the Lakers are doing. Why are you guys going? Like, why? Like, I mean, but
why are you favoring the Lakers though?
The players have the right
it's
to
free
sign
agency.
who they want to sign with. But I just feel like this guy Greg Clark written all over it.
There you go. No,
Hey, we
you
knew that was coming.
just need to stop handling LeBron or the Lakers. Just stop it. It's free agency. It's free agency.
It
That's
is.
all it is. Like the Lakers going to get guys, Aiden,
Oh, they talking
stuff
about
like
LeBron
that.
James.
You don't think nobody else want Aiden? There's other people that it wants the same players. Look who won the championship. The Thunder. They had 2 big men. 3.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
So
point.
they looking at a formula. Whoever wins, it's a copycat league. The Lakers need a big man, right? Ain't that the reason why they lost?
I don't know why they lost. I wasn't playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with G. I mean, I think because Jay and McDaniel, they clearly killed the Lakers in the post, right? I mean, that was the biggest issue. Jackson Hayes, the numbers were there, right? But he's not a threat. They're not afraid of him. Julius Randle them like, hey, you know what I mean? We gonna run through dude. You know, they was able to get to the bucket very easy, so they needed a big. I think the thing is, Brook Lopez said that the reason he didn't sign with the Lakers because he was unsure about LeBron's contract and if he was coming back. That was his number one thing. But also when Ayton came available, that was the Lakers' number one target. You can't bring Capella in and Ayton. You know what I mean? They don't have that type of money because of course, the moves that they made, previously. You know what I'm saying? So the drafts, the cap, especially with this new apron. I was listening to Bobby Marks, him breaking it down. It's a little bit confusing on that end, on the financial side. But I know that teams are trying to be as modest as possible. I'm gonna have to roll with. I do like what Houston did. First off, with the crazy thing with Houston and Phoenix, you ain't get the twin. Or you ain't get Alpin Sifron, the baby Jokic, the guy that said he liked the white.
Oh no, you weren't getting him. You weren't getting him.
But you add a Capella, you add a KD. I'd like that you signed Fred VanVleet back for them 2 years, so you got your point guard. I think the twin gonna end up being a super. He's a two-way. He's a two-way player. He's gonna be a superstar later on. And Jabari Smith, I'm so glad they did not let him go, man. Gave him a $112 million deal. The kid can play. His daddy could play. He come from that. You know what I mean? He come from that stock. So I think they did a great job. Again, everybody knows I'm a Laker guy. I don't think Ayton really moves the needle. But I know that Luka did. They have a friendship that I was reading about. Him and Ayton got a friendship due to being in that same draft. So we'll see what happens there. We needed a big man. Ayton is not bad. If you look at him statistically over his years being in the league, he's a double-double guy, right? 10, 15 points, 10 rebounds. So that of course, we need that. But I do agree, G. I do like what Washington did, bringing C.J. McCollum over. I mean, you got to listen. If they could get healthy, I mean, you got Chris Middleton, C.J. McCollum. I really like the Kristaps kid that came from Gonzaga, the white boy that can shoot the ball.
Yeah, he can shoot.
I like him, and they did trade. Bringing in a guy like drafting a guy like that. I mean, y'all got some stuff to work with. I like the kid Bub Carrington that played for Capel at Pittsburgh, big guard. You had the power forward that came from Miami, University of Miami. So they got some young pieces over there. So a couple years, I can't wait to see. I think my biggest thing is with free agency is that, and this is I'm speaking on what can happen in the next few days. I love the Jordan Clarkson pickup for the Knicks coming off the bench, getting the guy that can give you 15, 20 points off, just scoring, right? Efficient. If they get Russell Westbrook on the New York Knicks, it could really get scary because now we're dealing with a real leader, a real, that he doesn't need to start anymore. He understands that in his mindset. That's not his role, right? But if I can get off the court and I can come in with a Jordan Clarkson, you know what I mean? I can come in with a Mitchell Robinson, coming off that. The Knicks, because that's what they was missing was a bench last year. All they had was McBride. You know what I mean? Campaign Campaign had a good game. I think against Boston. Remember the game he had like 20-some points? He's not gonna do that. After that, he ain't touched the floor. You know what I mean? And people, and I'm glad they were able to keep everything attached that they got in that starting lineup because I think that starting lineup is good to go. They favor each other well. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with the next moves. I do like what Detroit did as well, coming in and getting the Duncan Robinson. Coming in, you know what I mean? Getting those they got somebody else too at that shooting guard that I'm not too sure about.
Can I add one more team?
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they did their thing.
Denver Nuggets.
The Tim Hardaway pickup.
Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr., and they got Valanciunas, but Valanciunas just signed a deal with a team overseas. He ain't gonna play with them.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. They said they still was going through with the trade. So I'm like, hopefully I'm thinking they might, I guess they're going to try to figure out if they can talk him into staying in the league. We'll see. But I think if I'm Valanciunas, Why wouldn't you want to be behind Jokic? You know what I mean? All you got to do is
Right.
come in. 'Cause you're one of the best rebounders in the league. You know what I mean? You, Vucevic, you guys can rebound. So with that team, you just fit well. So we'll see, man. I can't I can't wait to see what's gonna happen here next. But we still got some moves to be made. So I think and then also I want to say this. You brought up Dame Lillard. Now I'm gonna ask y'all here quickly where Dame should go. Let me tell you the two teams I like, right? I think he should go to Boston. I think you go rehab with Tatum, right? Take off this year. Take off this year, rehab with Tatum. Y'all keep Brown. Y'all not doing the, they already traded away mostly. They already know they ain't gonna do too much in the playoffs this year. Let Jaylen Brown and Derek White do their thing. You come back with a Damian Lillard. You come back with a Tatum fully healthy. You know what I mean? But also, I like him out there in Minnesota. Mike Conley about to retire soon. Go put him with Ant-Man. Him, Randall, you see what I'm saying? Like Rob Dillingham, he's not a starting point guard right now. But you getting Dame over there kind of gives you that flexibility. You still got that young buck coming off the bench, but you got a Dame Lillard that, because that's what all Minnesota's missing. You got to think about it. We talking about Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Just think if you put a Dame Lillard over there, with that team, you keep DiVincenzo, you keep them guys over here, Rudy. I mean, we talking about a guy that can give you, 20 to 25. He still can shoot that ball. He might not be as athletic as he was. So that's what I'm gonna say. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about?
I think that's perfect. I think it's perfect for him to be in Minnesota with somebody like Ant-Man, Randall, and like you said, Dante. They just lost Walker, so I just think that would be perfect. Like that'll be a team that I think would be scary moving forward. Shit, I can even say he can go down to Phoenix.
Yeah,
He can go down to Phoenix, depending on that situation. But I think if Dame had to pick, he'd probably pick Minnesota because of Ant-Man and the runs that they had in the playoffs moving forward. They more closer to a championship than Phoenix right now. Phoenix like they're in a little rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
And plus I know he probably liked the West. That's the Midwest. I mean, that's the North. It's still like more West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And closer, flight to the Bay, where he from. But don't count on him going home either. But I wouldn't want him there.
I was thinking that too.
I wouldn't want him there. I want him to have his own team, like Minnesota would be perfect for him.
What you think of DT?
I'm thinking any team that could use a veteran leader, where you could come and mentor a young guy like a Ja Morant that's having problems in the league with conduct issues. Somebody that you could come and talk to. Y'all can share things. Ja fake want to rap, you rap. Y'all can build the bond. Just be able to be a big brother to some of those guys in the league. So any team that can use a guy like that, which even if it was like Indy, that'll be a good fit for him, where you can go over there, mentor some younger guys that's coming up. I think wherever a young team that can use a veteran player, like just a leadership point, like because at this age, like that, you coming off the injury, you're on the tail end of your career too. Like you could go be a Chris Paul, you go be a mentor to somebody.
Yeah, and I like both of them spots. Now I'm gonna say he not going to Indy. We know Dame mentality. Dame is them the ops. Like them forever. I can't even see him, just because of the type of battles that they had in the Eastern Conference Finals. But money talk, right? Miles Turner just went to Milwaukee. Well, so you know what I mean. So that was insane. And then you wave Dame. But I can tell you this: for Dame to be Dame Lillard and be able to choose where he want to go now, you know what I mean? I think you sit back, you see how things pan out, and you say, hey, where can I be the best fit and I can come back in and be productive at? And I just think his mentality with Ant-Man, I just think that type of mentality could take them to, because you got a shooter now. Dang, like I said, he going to be able to still shoot the ball, and he's a high-level competitor. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? He's a high-level competitor. He might not be as loud as Russell, but he is, they always had their battles, man. He Oakland. He Oakland born and raised, man. He in them trenches, man. So, I expect to see. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next, guys. So look, we're gonna go here next.
He still got all his money too. They got to give him all that pay. Too.
Yeah, so 22 million over 5 years, and then another team can pay. You can get him
veteran minimum.
Veteran minimum, like 5 years,
because
he don't need
you
the
add
bread.
like 14 million to that 22.
That's why I said, if I'm Boston. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Missouri.
See, what got Boston messed up they still gonna be over the luxury because
Yeah,
Tatum and Brown gonna make over 60 million.
yeah, it's crazy. But like you said, Oakland, you know, what's so funny. Golden State called first, so they basically telling them like, hey, if you wanna come over and play with that, I don't see it. I don't. You know, it could. You know, if they want to just get big names over there, you know what I mean. But I'd rather them run it back with him and Jimmy Butler, see what goes from there. You know what I mean? Because they didn't really make
Right.
too many moves. But look, we're gonna go here next, man. Malik Beasley issues, man. On the gambling issues, man.
Mm.
Man, I love FanDuel, DraftKings, man, but I think we got some issues going on with these players, man, and they just not doing good with their money, clearly. So, DT, man, what do you think about Malik Beasley and the gambling, man? I know you've seen the highlights, man. What, like, you know, why is this happening, man? Is they really hurting for this bread?
So let me tell you this. This is what the NBA need to do. First of all, these guys coming in to the NBA like me and you, we coming from just regular people, regular environments, and we coming into a ton of money. You got to have some wealth management coach or something to get us financially ready for this. You can't give me 5 million. I'm coming to the NFL and I'm coming from eating beanies and weenies all my life. Like I got 5 million now. I get reckless. And that's what Beasley did with the money. He got reckless. Like $8 million in debt. You had your dentist garnishing your wages. You know, you get loans from banks, from properties that you can't afford. You get your salary when you came in was $1 million. Here it is. You get a $5 million loan from South River Chase Bank or whatever that's known to give money to athletes or whatever they loan. But why is you getting loans on future contracts? You don't have the money now. Let's not try to live above your head, man. Like you're doing this, and then here it is. You go, you get the ball, you down there, you run to the other end of the point to score a bucket, like the point saving and all that stuff. It's obvious at that point, like. But the thing is, it's like you work so hard to get in this position. Why take a risk on losing it for something that's not even guaranteed to come back to you? When you gamble on that FanDuel, you put that ticket in, that stuff ain't a guarantee. So you doing all this point saving and all that, it's stupid. And they need to have a guy like Antoine Walker talking to these kids who blew all that fucking money from gambling and all that. He need to be a guy that can come back to the NBA, bring back, and show these guys how to manage, because he just lost $4.5 million mansion or something they just got from Antoine Walker. Like, it's insane, man. In gambling, I'm a person, I gamble heavy on Ohio lottery, like hundreds of dollars a day. But it's ridiculous. But come on, man. I'm not in the NBA. I'm not going to FanDuel. Let me try to point save and stuff like this. Because not only is you hurting yourself, you hurting Fred, you hurting Rail, you hurting Greg, those guys that play those tickets on Sundays or throughout the week. You hurting them because you point saving because they don't, and that fucking up their ticket. I'm just saying it's insane. You ain't hurting just yourself. You hurting the batters. But carry on.
Yeah, DT, that's what's up. Nah, good take though. Good take. G, what you thinking, man, about Malik Beasley issue? Is he done in the NBA?
Oh yeah, he done. He Pete Rose himself. It's the fact that, and then he a role player, so you're not nobody coming to see you play. So they'll work with you if you was somebody, but you
Mm-hmm.
basically, you know. But I just look at it as I don't think he the only person doing it. That's no different than, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't mad at him. Now I'm mad in the position that he put himself in to do it, but just to do it, if I say, okay, I'm gonna give my cousin my ticket, hey, put me down for 19 points. But don't now, is this superstitious that he's in the game to make those errors? You know what I'm saying? Now, come on, think about this. It's more than just him. It's an NBA thing. What he doing in the game? How you knew he was gonna be subbed in? He come off the bench. He don't even start. Hey, coach, put me in with this 2 minutes left to shoot this air ball to not get this point or to get this point. I'm always looking at the person that's behind that's supposed to be in front of me. You know, there's a lot of puppet going on. That's why this FanDuel blew up. That's why people look at the game as rigged now. It's been plenty of times I looked at it like, man, come on. Really? You know, they be persuading bets and all that, Vegas and all that. He just part of it. He just a guy that plays in messed up money, like Derek said, getting loans and stuff like that. Why are you in that position to get loans? It's fortunate to play in this game. I guess he knew some loopholes in it and just got caught up. Or to me, I think somebody just told, or he just that stupid to make a fucking account in your name. Who does that?
And he
Like
follows
who
him.
will do that? Knowing
Right.
you in the profession that you gambling against. And then you putting your team in jeopardy. Playoff and all that stuff. So I don't think there was some sneaky stuff. I just think somebody told on him and got him investigated. You know, I think it's a lot of people that's doing that now and just calm down. You know, I can't sit up here and say they ain't got their cousins putting in tickets, stuff like that, getting 30, 40,000. You know what I'm saying? But I just think he probably not I ain't gonna say a scapegoat, but it was somebody else that got caught up in that too.
Oh, Jonte Porter, Michael Porter brother. Remember Jonte
Porter brother. So see, that's what I'm saying. You got to have a third cousin down in Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, doing some shit. But to feature yourself is stupid. Now that's on Beasley. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, Greg, the podcast is called Making the Right Play. Let's not pit a cousin, everybody in this situation. That's that Millville coming out of you thinking about
now you trying to make a joke about something.
No,
I'm talking about something
it's not a joke.
that
You don't do that, bro. Why put somebody in a position to do anything? You don't gamble on the game. Pete Rose was banned for life for gambling on the game.
Yeah,
man.
but you can't sit up here and say these guys from the hood and get money. Because I know it ain't always them. It's called pawns. You play chess, Goofy?
Yeah,
them the ones fall first.
And you a pawn.
Listen, them the ones fall first. It's a reason why this FanDuel blew up. It's a reason why I made it legal in certain states like Ohio. It's the reason it was too much money floating around. It ain't just Vegas. They want everybody to get it because the pot grows. He just had his name on the account.
Right.
Why do that?
Even that, why? That's what I'm saying. Why not do the ethical thing? If you gambling, go to the casino or something like that. Don't bet on a sport that you playing in. You got to be smarter than that. Why bet on a game? I
don't think he doesn't know. I think a lot of guys doing it. He just got caught.
Yeah,
that's all. He just got caught.
They said Roddy White or somebody did it for the Falcons in football, betted on those games and stuff like that. So he ain't the first guy to do it. I think Ohtani personally was doing it too. When they tried to say the book, he was doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was doing it.
So you can't just say from our environment. What about Korea, Tokyo, Japan? Don't just put it in our environment because of our conditions.
Nah, that's real. That's real. But you know what,
man? This is a business that's bigger than the fans. It's like WWE. We're here to be entertained. It's a lot of stuff. Me, you, the people who know sports. Come on, we can point out. Now, Beasley, did he mess up? Yes. Yes, he did. He probably's cooked now. He got to deal with that, like you said. The dentist taking money out of his check.
Yeah, $8 million.
Then, or do we call it karma? Messing with Scottie Pippen girl.
Yep. I was about to get to that, G. You made a great point because I was about to say that his decision making we seen his decision making a long time ago. So I'm not surprised that he's dealing with what he's dealing with right now. $8 million to your barber? What kind of haircut?
No, it was 20, y'all perfect now. It was 20, It was 23,000 out of that 8 was all to his barbershop.
Okay, 23. Okay, still. I'm just saying to your barber, you ain't paid your barber. Hold on, you ain't paid your barber. DT, hold on. I'm worth tens of millions of dollars. That's the last person that's gonna be showing people money. You see what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying is that I do agree with you. You do need to get people that you can trust to handle your money. But the problem is that athletes in any sport have hired financial advisors, and they've been even stealing money from them. Because they said, hey, we got this investment group, come invest here. And then next thing you know, they done ran off. I mean, Dwight Howard was just talking about how his agent or advisor took what, 13 million or some crazy amount of money from him. So that's the thing, is that finding somebody that you can really trust and that's also being honest, because at the end of the day, these white, let's be honest, man, these white agents and they look at, like you said, DT, the same way you just brought up about where they from, what they used to dealing with, it now where the situation that they in, they thinking like, hey, I can get over on this kid because he don't know, right? No. Oh, like let me take this little $2 million, this little $3 million because he's not knowledgeable of what's going on. because go ahead, G. Go ahead. You can step
I
in.
want to know, Fred, you cooking? Go
Yeah,
cook.
but I was going to just say, like, those are things that we're not knowledgeable about because guess what? We're not going over finances in school. We're not going over credit scores in school, right? So we get off and we don't understand how to even get these things unless we got an OG, unless a daddy or a mama that's actually like, hey, Grit, hey, Fred, hey, DT, let's put this money here. Let's make sure your credit score here. So by the time you get out of school or whatever you're doing, that you be ready to get you a house, get you a car, etc. Now, of course, it's going to be on you because you're an adult. We're not as disciplined. You might go grab this credit card. You might go grab this. You might go grab that. You're not paying that bill. And so you put yourself in a bad situation. And so what Malik Beasley got to understand too is this. It's kind of like the same thing we talked about with Ace Bailey. You get to the league. You finally get here, right? You're finally to a point that you're making millions every 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Malik Beasley has made money in the NBA. I mean, I think he went. I remember with Minnesota, he might have signed a contract for like 68 million, for 4 years or something like that. You know what I mean? But his decision making has showed us a long time ago that he's not the best. He's not the best when doing this. And so when you look at the highlights now, after him getting caught, they calling him Malik Sleazy. That's his name now, Malik Sleazy, because of the moves that he's been making. So I'm like, but what Detroit did, also going back to the free agency, you go get a Karis LeVert. You go get a Duncan Robinson. Karis LeVert, that was Bickerstaff boy when they was in Cleveland. So you go get a guy that already can fit this format, right? You bring in a Duncan Robinson. Now we had to replace Tim Hardaway and Malik Beasley. They were our shooters. Now K got a guy that can spot up. Duncan Robinson's a hell of a shooter. And then you got a guy like Karis LeVert that can create his own shot. He can do a little bit more than Malik Beasley could on a healthy side. So yeah. I think it worked out for Detroit. But I do think Malik Beasley is done. They're going to use him for example. But I do agree with you, G. They're not done. There's players right now that have been doing it during the season. You talk about Jonte Porter. He knew he wasn't playing a lot of minutes, right? He was bad because he was actually trying to make some money because he didn't even have he might have had a rookie or vet minimum deal. I don't know. He's not even a vet. He might have had a two-way contract or something with the G League in Toronto. So he wasn't making a ton of money. Now your brother was. Now, of course, Michael got the bag, but of course, Michael, I don't know why he was doing it. Mike, that's your brother. I understand you got to save your ass, but you know what your motherfucking brother was doing. You know what I mean? Because he probably was asking you for bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got to get this stuff going. So I just think I agree with both points. But Malik Beasley, you just ruined yourself, and now, you're gonna have to deal with this debt. You're gonna also have to deal with not getting paid from the NBA no more. So you're not gonna be making that same amount of money. People are not gonna want to deal with you on the business side because we know that you got a track record of not paying people. Like, he just put himself in a bad hole. And it's so funny that you bring up Larsa Pippen because the same girl he left and started, his wife, who he left, who he got his kids with, soon as he upped on his contract or something, remember they was going on vacation, she ended up divorcing this nigga. They got back together, divorced the nigga, left him stinking. So you're right. I think it got a lot to do with karma. And I also just think DT, Antoine Walker, for a perfect example. I'm glad, and also not to get off topic, but I'm glad Jamal Crawford learned from Michael Jordan when he was batting Mike and had to learn early. Like, listen, this ain't that type of money. You will lose everything dealing with. Because I think Antoine Walker did too. They used to play golf together. I think him and Mike and them. You bet with the wrong man
and everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, now Magic and Michael doing a card game, that's fine. They fine. They can give up the cars, the houses. They cool because they got they're in a situation. You know what I mean? And you brought up Otani too, which I was shocked about because I'm like, this man probably done made close to $1 billion goddamn dollars. What the hell will we be betting for? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it, man. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got to say on that one, man. So look, we gonna touch base on here real quickly. Mike Brown to the new head coach of the New York Knicks, guys. G, we gonna start with you, man. Does this move the needle for the Knicks, man? This hiring?
I like Mike Brown too.
I do too.
Move the needle. That's a good question. I'm gonna say this: they gotta make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. They got to, which I think they will. I think Mike Brown philosophy and defense. I'm gonna give Mike the edge on Thibodeau on the fact that they both bring defense, but Mike uses bench better. That's gonna be the reason why I give him the edge over Tom. And I think in those big games and big situations, his substitution packages will be better, and I think the players will be fresh. If you remember when he was in Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk was giving Golden State hell when they took Golden State to 7. So he know how to stick with certain formulas too when he got something going, and he still know how to sub guys and give them rest at the same time. I don't know the moves that the Knicks made in the offseason, to better themselves for as that bench. I know they still got Mitchell there, and you did say they got Jordan Clarkson, which is great. I still think they need another piece off the bench. I don't know who it is. I think they should go get like a good small forward or a good two-way player to come off that bench, could be more versatile. But I just think Mike Brown his last year in Sacramento, I think he got dealt a bad deal due to De'Aaron Fox. I'm a fan of De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox going to the Sacramento paper saying little things, put a stain on Mike Brown. But I think he is the better coach, and I think with these injuries once again in the East, I'm gonna say it now. The Eastern Conference Finals is gonna be Cleveland and New York.
Damn. Okay, then.
I'm gonna
That's a
say it
bold
right
take.
now. I mean, if the Bucks do something, which I don't see, I just got Cleveland and I got the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm saying it right now. And if you look at it, Cleveland didn't really need to get no real live players for real. I mean, because their team was loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, if they decide to get somebody, that's a bonus. But I just think Brown with the Knicks is perfect.
No, that's what's up, G. No, that's a great take. With Bucks. I mean, you said Cleveland and the Knicks, right? Eastern Conference
Yeah, that's the Eastern
Finals.
Conference Finals. Yeah.
Okay, bet. DT, what you thinking? Does that Mike Brown hire, does that move the needle, man?
I think it's a good hire just off of Mike Brown past some of his previous stops, but I think what's going to make the Knicks a better team under Mike Brown is his coaching staff. I'm looking for Mike Brown to bring Mike Malone back on board as an assistant like he did when he was with Cleveland. So his assistant coaches is what's going to make the team better because they're going to have those scout reports on the players, and they're going to know to be able to develop other players. So I think Mike Brown, I think they, like G said, to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals because they're going to be more prepared. The coaching department going to have those guys. Mike Brown, the X and those guys. So, and he come out the pop, so he got the history. He know the game. I think it's a great hire for New York. Not like he ain't a flashy, like out there type guy. Mike, he gonna come to work every day. I'm coming here for a reason. That's what Mike Brown gonna get, and he gonna expect that from his players. He gonna demand from his players. So all that Carl Anthony Towns want to sit out there, shoot the lazy threes, don't get back and play defense. He's not gonna tolerate that. It's gonna the toughness and discipline gonna be there, man. The expectations for the players it's gonna go up a notch.
Go to nuts. Nah, look, that's definitely a great take. And that Mike Malone, that would be great. That would be a great pickup. The only problem I got a few things to say. I love the hire. I like Mike Brown. You took Mike Brown from Golden State. We saw what happened with Golden State that next year. Mike Brown is a player's coach. His players mostly like him. G talking about somebody. You said a small forward. I think Malik Monk gonna end up in New York. He a restricted free agent right now. I mean, I could see him ending up in New York and off that bench too. A shooter, him and Jordan Clarkson. That bring you some elite offense right away. You know what I mean? And I remember Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox went to Kentucky together. These guys been friends for a long time, and I know they had some problems with De'Aaron had how he left. Remember, his wife was talking to Malik Monk one day on the court. So I don't know if it was something a little deeper. I know there was a few shots that were sent between both of them. And hopefully, they brothers. So I get it. You know what I mean? That's fine. Also, I want to say my biggest thing is that they brought Rick Brunson back. I don't care who they hired. He was coming back. Do you understand? Like, we know they don't want to make him the head coach, but we know who pretty much. I think we talked about this in I forgot what pod episode, but I think we talked about this. Yeah. Rick Brunson pretty much kind of running that team long as Jalen is kind of there. Jalen Brunson's there. And I also think that's the reason why Jalen took less money, right? We talked about this before because his dad was there. You know what I mean? It benefited him to do this now. So when it's time to re-up, I'm going to go ahead and get the big bag. The 300, 300 something.
Oh, he's getting that.
He going to get that bag. He going to get that bag. It's automatic, sorry. And so I think it's a great hire. I love black coaches over there in New York, man. I think it's a great move, man. Mike Brown did get the bad end of the stick in Sacramento. What he was able to do that year, and they did get to the playoffs, and they did give Golden State a hard time. With the Keegan Murrays, with the Sabonis, with the De'Aaron Fox. Like you said, we demand a lot. The clip I love from Mike Brown, I don't know if y'all ever seen that clip when he was in practice and he ran up and down the court. He was like,
yes.
His
intensity. He told him, once you get your ass up and down the court, not jog, run.
Yeah. And remember, everybody, the coach is like, but I love them type of coaches. You know what I mean? Because not only do I demand it from y'all, I demand it from myself. You know what I mean? I can't even sit over here. Like the passer remind me of the Derek. I can see Derek doing it. Like, doing all that screaming and shit.
I can too, but he'll fall. He'll fall. He gonna fall. He gonna fall.
Hey, T, you a fool, man. Hey, but that's what he remind me of. So Mike Brown, I think is a great hire for New York. I think it's great for the people. I think like you said, I don't think I like Thibodeau. I like both of the guys. So I don't want to say that. But I do think Mike Brown is a little tad bit better, and it's a reason why he got hired in Cleveland. We left Cleveland, got hired in LA. He got hired in Sacramento. He's good at what he does. You know what I mean? He's patient. He's fine, and also he's paid. LA had to pay $40-something million, $50 million when they end up firing. You know what I mean? So Mike Brown not wanting for nothing, and you can tell he love the game. So I can't wait to see what the Knicks do, man. I'm like, and then also, G, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna DT here quickly. Well, like you said in Cleveland, them picking up Lonzo Ball for Isaiah Okoro. If Lonzo Ball comes back healthy and can come off that bench and play that one, they are gonna be serious next year.
No, they're gonna be
serious.
They're gonna be serious.
They're gonna be serious.
They're gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Them is gonna be the Knicks and the Cavs.
I agree.
I'm saying it right now. It's gonna be. The only team, and it's a mystery team, I meant to say this, that can mess that up is the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh.
Because we already saw that one boy last night.
It's gone.
Yeah.
He's serious.
Yeah.
He's serious.
Yes. Yes.
Him and Maxey, and then you got the Jordan McCain kid. They got some. Listen. And if Embiid and Paul come back how they need to come back.
That's what I'm saying.
But also, I thought you was going to bring up, and DC, I'm going to let you end it here, but I thought you was going to bring up Orlando because I think Orlando got it.
Orlando going to be in the fold. They're going to be in the fold, but we talking about with veterans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Leadership, people who've been there. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the fight. I think Atlanta going to be easy probably a top 5. But Philly got something to say, like you said, if they come back healthy. That was the other team I was going to mention that got a nice roster, and plus we don't mention the coach that was with the Raptors when they won it. I forgot his name. He's in Philly.
It's something like that. Yeah, I don't want to butcher his name.
So
but
I think they got something to say coming next year. They could slide in, at least be a top 3 seed.
Damn,
I got New York, Cleveland, Philly, probably the Bucks, Orlando,
and Atlanta.
But I can go on yeah.
And it's all, and I think it's all. If we still wait until August to see if Giannis want to, not get traded.
He ain't going nowhere. I'm saying it right now, people.
Yeah,
he ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. He got to at least do another year. So stop all that Golden State whack ass shit.
DT, go ahead.
I ain't going with that.
DT, go ahead and close us out.
Only thing I was going to say is like another coaching candidate that look for Mike Brown to add. What about a Mark Jackson?
Mark ain't going to do that. Mark ain't going to do that. He's not. Mark look at it as I'm a head coach or not. He's not. I think he should go to college. But once again, he got to taste of the profession. I'm with you, DT. He would, but Mark got a little ego too. because he felt he built something that was took from him in Golden State.
Well,
And
he
to
didn't feel
watch
like
another person,
he built that.
that's
He
what I'm
didn't
saying.
feel
To
like
watch somebody, like he said, nothing against Kerr, nothing. He loved them boys. But to watch that and it being took, I should be held high because I orchestrated and constructed that.
Mm-hmm.
And tweaks here and there from Kerr. Shout out to Kerr. I'm not the biggest fan, but shout out to him and give him his praise. But Mark Jackson was the engine. When Steph ain't want to talk, he made him talk. When Steph ain't want to go up front, I pushed him out up front. He said, if you would need to go one-on-one with Westbrook, Rose, and whoever to prove you the best, and we lose, I take the blame. You tell him I told you to. You go, you take that one-on-one. It ain't no other coach in the league that's going to say that. And then I'm saying, if we lose, I'm going to take the criticism. You take that one-on-one. If Rose coming at you, you go right back at him. That confidence was built. Now look what we got.
Yeah, that's
so. But that's a good name, though, Derek. That's a damn good name. But because I watched his podcast with his son, that still hurt him to this day when he talk about them.
Yeah, you can tell. I watch it too. I see, and I was gonna say too, not to cut you off, G. And we're gonna go to the next thing but before Rick Pitino got hired at St. John's, I was thinking that Mark Jackson that would have been a hell of a pickup if they didn't get Rick Pitino. I was like that is perfect for Mark Jackson. You know what I mean? I thought that position. So I'm just throwing that out there, college. Hey, if y'all do have some openings, you know, and
see?
if Mark, hey, hey, Wes, you heard it here first. Hey, we got to do something this year, big
My
fella.
hands up, Wes.
We the Big
They
12.
still in striking distance, though.
Hey, Wes, we got to do something. Look, we go get to y'all. Trust me, we go get to y'all. Bye. What's up, boy? All right, next. We gonna go into our next subject here, man. Diddy verdict, man. The Diddy case, man. Y'all, hey, DT, I'm gonna let you cook first, man. What do you think about the verdict, man? And also, man, I did want to ask this as well. Do you agree with the verdict? And is Diddy done? Is he cooked? He clearly cooked, right, on the business side, right? Is he pretty much done? You know, and how many years do you think he gonna end up getting?
Listen, P. Diddy ain't did nothing different than nobody in Hollywood been doing. First of all, to put those charges on P. Diddy, which is a bunch of BS. That's why the jury, and luckily, I'm not gonna say this. Diddy better be glad it was 8 men on that jury. Because it would have been about it. They take 2 of those and pick 2 more women and be 6 and 6. It could be some trouble there. But you put 8 guys in a position that they can put themselves in those shoes as P. Diddy. I can relate to that. Like, well, they acted for this. They want to do this. They want to do that. Look at it. You know, you have been in situations where you and your guy here been there. She want to get high. She want to smoke a joint. Run a train on her. That's what Diddy was doing. Diddy flying her in. He flying people in. You see on Facebook, you see on the internet, Instagram, all the time, girls that we all might know. Fly me out. You get flown out, you get fucking. They making that prostitution. That's a crime. That's what they charging Diddy with. That's the 2 charges that he's convicted of. Is what these girls asked for here in Cincinnati, Miami, Atlanta. It don't matter. This is what they asking for. And here it is. You put this man under pressure, doing something that everybody in Hollywood do. They make movies. Guess where them stars come in from? You fly them into Hollywood to make porn. What? That's porn. Is prostitution. That's all they doing. They getting paid to have sex. So if you doing this to Diddy, why not go get everybody in Hollywood? They doing the exact same thing. It's BS. And this is just me personally. I just feel it's Diddy a black man. And I feel like they out to get black man that's got power. Diddy is one. He's got power. He's got money. He's got the fame. So that's that. But do I think Diddy's going to jail? Absolutely. Those 2 counts that he got, each one carry a maximum of 10 years in jail. That's 20 years. If I'm looking at it like this, P. Diddy, I'm on the outside looking in, I don't know, but it's 20 years. You don't have criminal history or nothing like that. So let me give you what I can give you. I'm gonna give you a quarter of the time. I'm gonna give you 5 years. P. Diddy gonna get there and do some programs. They're gonna get that time knocked off where he'll end up serving anywhere between 20 to 24 months, so about 2 years jail time with those programs and stuff like that. But he's going to jail. But on the business side, I don't think he's cooked because he's his own brand. He already paid the money on the civil suit with Cassie. Already got paid before we even came to this part here. So I'm as far as the money wise, I don't see him being cooked because he got enough money, he can do whatever he want to do on his own. But of course, you need some people in certain positions, but I don't think he's cooked money. He still got his money. Even when they read the verdict, he threw his hands up like he felt good. Like, hey, I just removed a life sentence off of me. Like, I was looking at life. So for me to go looking at life to this 20 years or whatever, but this P. Diddy, you got good lawyers on the team. You got the same guy that Young Thug had that beat another RICO case. So they call him Brian Steele the GOAT or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call him the GOAT. But I think Diddy will do anywhere between 20 to 24 months. The verdict, I don't even agree with finding him guilty on none of the charges. It's prostitution. Hell, I had people in my family to do it. So what's the problem?
Nah, for sure. G, what you think about this Diddy trial, man? Well, the verdict.
Man, I mean, I'm not the biggest Diddy supporter, never was. But I mean, he won, but I just think I look at it like not to always bring up race. He's a black man, like Derek said, they've been doing it. But these people was grown that participated. Like, what did you fly out there for? So when Diddy never been shy enough from what Gene Deal, his security, said. Y'all know what it was coming out here, what it was about. Y'all done seen me perform. Dude with the interview that Cam had. What's the dude's name? Have Diddy performing in front of him. Sex with other women that he was with. And, and all of a sudden a turn on him and, tell on him. I'm going to say this. I just look at it as it's a money thing. It's different ways they can make you suffer. They can hit that account and you got to pay to be free to win that verdict. Y'all know what Diddy spent to get that verdict, to win that, So when you do come out, it's be civil suits being taken. When he come home, like Derek say, he might do 2 years. You don't know what he might have left. And then this when they cut your water off. Don't nobody touch him. Don't nobody do business with him. We want to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
A la Dame Dash. They said Jay-Z got his water cut off. He can't sell nothing. He got great plans. He always been a hustler. I mean, that's a different scenario, but we don't run nothing as black people. See, Diddy was in partnership. They was paying Diddy. You're never powerful than a person that's paying. He asked for a raise and all of a sudden they say no, but he got people going out to these clubs, want Pete Ciroc, Coconut Ciroc. They pushing the Henny to the side, the Belvedere to the side. And Diddy was a huge reason for that. And when he saw the numbers that he didn't supposed to see, $2 billion, whoa, you only giving me 40? We need to talk. They don't want to talk. Well, this 40 is good. Nah, because it wasn't that when you asked me to bring this to the urban community.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it blew up, he's a smart man, or he got some smart accountants. Well, such and such made this last year. Oh yeah? So I can't get $100 million? He just wanted a $60 million raise, Fred. What's $100 million from $2 billion? That's nothing.
Nothing.
And they said no. And he's talking about dropping out. And that's when he sat down and said we need to have our own thing and this and that. You don't think they was watching? You don't think they sent people to that seminar? Oh, okay. So now Fred ain't gonna order shots of Pizza Rock no more. Rail ain't gonna order that Ciroc, that little coconut Ciroc no more. Cause Diddy put it out, don't support it. Now it's a wrap. The numbers drop. Oh, you doing this? Hey, Cassie, show me that video. Yeah. Hey, remember y'all told me he said woo woo woo? Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Prince. Should I continue? This is part of it. Why we need to keep asking them for shit. Let's make our own way. The money you accumulate, start an avenue. Make a street for us. Get some construction going. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z. We can keep going. Why do we got to keep going back to them? Why? We don't never ask that, but we keep saying this black man shit. We got enough to get our own streets going. We could build another Oklahoma. We got enough billionaires. You keep mingling with them, you become the puppet. I cut the strings off, bro. And that's what happened. I ain't know Diddy was full gray. Oh, sketches of the courthouse. Oh, he grayed out, he stressed. You keep dancing with him. You got enough? You bragging your songs? Stop buying these stupid ass chains, nigga. All you motherfuckers. And then y'all wonder, man, why you always mess with the black? Why you keep messing with them? Why you ain't calling Mike? Mike, why you ain't calling Magic? Tiger, somebody. We got enough to get our own. So when we do keep fucking with motherfuckers, these are the results we get. That's why Greg don't feel sorry. When we gonna wake up? All these billionaires and shit like that, LeBron, Steph Curry. Yeah, it's their money. But I'm saying y'all don't get together, Spike Lee's, and sit down and say, you know what, let's get our own. We ain't got to get Ciroc. We can get our own shit. Let's start our own league. That's the big picture. Let's talk that shit. Breaking grounds and shit. Keep dancing with the devil if you want to. And this what's gonna happen. They're gonna give you a small ass percentage, and you will never be powerful than somebody that's giving you something. If I asked Fred for $20, $30, I didn't have it. He had it. He wanted his money a certain time. He cut me off. I need him. That's power. That's why you say get your shit together. You stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Focus on yourself, man. And these gonna always be the results, bro. That's why I ain't shocked. I'm 44. At first I didn't know. Now I see, like, why you keep partnering with them? Nah, bro. But that's my take on it, y'all.
Nah, G, he was cooking, bro. That was some great points, man. I'm gonna keep mine pretty short, man. Mine is to one of my I do agree with the verdict. I do. All you guys did was expose what this man was doing in his sex life. Y'all wanted to embarrass him. Y'all wanted to tear him down in front of people. The problem is, we've been listening to Gene Deal. We've been knew that Diddy was on this type of time. Y'all don't know. We been knew people that that follow that's in this type of culture. Like, we knew what was going on. Like, Cassie, I remember you dressing up on Halloween with the man. I mean, you was with this man for a long time. Even when he got on BET Awards and said, hey, when they remember they had the Icon Award or whatever. I think it was BET or Grammys or whatever. And he's like, I want to shout out Cassie as well. And this was after, now that we know that civil suit was already put out there towards Diddy. Remember, Diddy wasn't trying to pay it. He like, well, no, I'm not trying to pay it. And it's a reason why, because a lot of times when you do something wrong, I'd rather hush you up and go ahead and pay this shit, right?
Yeah.
It's a reason why he didn't want to pay it, right? Because he might have thought it was more mutual. There was another porn star guy that escorted a black guy that just did a live the other day where he stood up here and said, hey, she made me have sex with her on her period. She came in drunk. He said me and Diddy was tired as hell. We just came from, she the only one that had 8 hours of sleep. She trying to force us to, she forced us to do this and do that. So there's two sides of this thing.
Yeah, he tried the guy that named himself the Punisher.
Yeah. I think that's him or whoever this guy was on the live. And so he was talking about, so now he's suing Cassie and he's suing Diddy because he said that Cassie should have never got up there and been a witness because of what he's been encountered with her. Also, I got a problem too with his old manager or whoever she was, saying that she was scared for her life, but then they brought up her old emails where she was begging to see this man again, begging to get back on payroll, begging to see what she could do. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things. Y'all acting like y'all scared. Do you think Diddy would come anywhere close to you, Cassie? No, hold on. Let's be honest. I just got out of this. Why the fuck would I get out of jail and want to do anything to y'all? I got kids out here. I got kids out here. So basically, he would have had a chance to get a bond after he got the verdict, but y'all wrote these letters in saying that y'all was feared for y'all life.
Yeah.
Why would he do this? Yeah. This man just dropped to his chair, all great, happy that he got 20, if he do get 20 years instead of getting life. You think he gonna come out here and do something to you so he can jeopardize himself going to jail for the rest of his time?
That's crazy.
that's crazy to me. And so what I'm gonna say at the end of the day is I do agree. You know, Bill Cosby paid all y'all off. Y'all ran out of money, then y'all came back and hit Bill with the same shit. You see what I'm saying? There's never. It's supposed to be rules and guidelines, right? But they always get broken by the people that make them. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what's happening. These judges, it's all about money. It's all about taking away. Bill Cosby said, "Hey, I'm about to buy AB. I want y'all to buy AB. I got enough money to buy,
NBC.
NBC, get my own news." No, you don't. Guess what? Guess what I'm about to do to you? We finna go in and rob you from everything. You know what I mean? We finna do it. We take everything from you. And you know what? I love 50 Cent, one of my favorite artists. But you had the same situation when you was doing your shit with a certain brand of liquor, the F and vodka, where you started looking at your numbers and saying, "Hell, hold on, like, you know, first I was making 13 million, you know, and I'm just throwing a number out there. Yeah, now I'm making 300 million. Why am I only still making 5 million? You know, why am I only still making 8 million? You know, 50 Cent, and he's very vocal about when business is done wrong to him, right? He did it with stars. He ain't holding no hands. He not holding no hands. He got a team of lawyers. He is ready to go at any moment. But I think Daphne, who was the secret lady up on that thing, we found out Diddy was slutting her out. She was, you know, somebody had to pay the rent, right? She was getting slutted out.
He just had to pay the rent.
So now everybody like, you know, and it's coming back on 5 where you a multimillionaire, your baby mama had to pay, you know, your baby mama had to pay rent. It also goes back to the first baby mama, remember, because she started talking once this shit started happening. Well, they tried to get me, you know, Daphne she was trying to do a case against 50 a long time ago. She reached out to me.
He hit me with he hit me.
He hit me with a, you know what I mean? And so 5 like, hold, but this what I'm saying is like, now I understand what was behind the scenes is now in front. So I'm understanding now.
Sure.
Like, okay, this your baby mama was a, you know, you wasn't gonna never wife. She was a troll. She was a thought. You know what I'm saying? But
he just made a mistake and shot that fluid.
He shot that fluid. Then the thing is too, I see old clips of 50 Cent Diddy. What's up? You know, that, you know, you could tell the type of, first off, you could tell the type of power that Diddy got. People, listen, you might not like the nigga, but you respect what the nigga has brought to the table. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. You don't like him, but you respect him. You know what I'm saying?
He did some shit.
He did some shit, bro. Like, we talking about, listen, there's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, I hate how he did Craig Mack. You know, Craig Mack should not, that was terrible. Black Rob, G-Dep, Loon, all these guys. But guess what? When Loon came home, Diddy saw him, I think, a week later. When G-Dep came home, at this time when G-Dep came home, remember, this when Diddy was going through what he was going through now before he got locked up. So he didn't have no friends at that moment. You know, once the Cassie video came out, it was a wrap. Once the Cassie video came out where he put it was a wrap. You are already tainted in everybody's eyes now. It is a wrap, big fella. I don't care who you are. You hear me?
Lay low, live and lay low. Live and lay low.
Live and lay low. And this is the thing too. You change your name to Brother Love. You're dancing outside every fucking Friday. You're outside. You dance with your boy. You're out there. Yeah, I know you because you're trying to change that persona because also Diddy knew this shit was about to hit the fan. We knew it. You know, Jay-Z. Where Jay-Z? Where he at? You was at Rock Nation brunches. Y'all was together all the time. You showed up. Where you at? That's what I'm saying.
He's too hot. Get back. You only say, "Hold, get back. It's coming." What you mean?
Now they try to charge Jay-Z with a crime.
They try to rope.
Go ahead. He tried to rope him in. They tried to rope Jay-Z in, but those claims was bogus. And when
Jay got the money, Jay got a team of lawyers that are
got the money to go at the lawyers with. That's what did it.
Jay got a see. Like, it's just different money. It can go further. Mm-hmm. I can get a train of lawyers, like a team, like not just one. He could get somebody that young thug them guy that he look up to them. It's another group above him.
Yeah, it's a group.
It's another group that they on retainers already. They already got money on the book just in case. Because when that came, Jay smart enough to say, you know what? Hey, get him on the phone. Just in case money right here. So if they do come, Jay ain't got to show up. They showing up for Jay.
That's right.
So that's a different money because the case is not his. But for my name to come in there, trust me, Jay is well ready, equipped for this to go left.
Mm-hmm.
You get them on, they have they look, they'll meet on a yacht somewhere, about 5 of them. Here, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So when that dude come out breaking news and this and that, he fly. It gets serious, the second one fly. Or it's getting a little deeper, the third one go. The fourth one go. It'll never probably get to 5 because he got Voltron over there. He built Voltron. So that's where far as money can go. No, the shit is like Diddy multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire. I got more yards to go. I got an extra football field. So yours will stop here. I got some guys that I might could pay for you to go if thug shit don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got some so that's a little different. He think ahead of that, so it never is going to get to that point.
And that's real because I was gonna say with Jay, the worst thing that lawyer did was when you put that out to the public, and Jay had to take Blue, and Beyonce and then was going to that little Disney. Remember they had like a little thing they went to together. They just popped out with each other.
Yeah, it was they opening because he was starring in the movie.
Yeah, starring in the movie. Right there, when you embarrassed him, he put out that statement. He put out a statement, quick statement. From that point on, that lawyer was under investigation. You hear what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
The same allegation, like you said, that same allegation. You're right. The team is ready.
It's a smear campaign.
Smear campaign. So guess what? We're gonna nip it in the bud early.
And you're gonna apologize. Remember you apologize?
Yeah, he did. And y'all gonna pay my lawyer fees too. I might make y'all pay them fees.
Yeah, because my name coming up because I'm in pictures with him. Oh, you was here? Yeah, I was there with him, but I wasn't there for that. What are you talking about? Well, we saw 3 hours before this supposed to took place. Yeah, I got on a helicopter after that. Did y'all get that? I had the helicopter waiting in the back. If you zoom in the picture, see them little propellers? I was getting on that. I ain't go with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my fault, because no, that was the brunch. He went somewhere else after the brunch. I did. B had a show to go to. Blue was already on board. The twins was on board already. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Yeah. Jay ain't gonna put himself in that type of situation because he moved calculated. He said in his raps, he moved calculated now. So those situations is not gonna come. They're not gonna even get close to him.
Because they
No, I'm okay.
Because they tried to hit the comedian Drewski. Did y'all see that? Where they tried to hit him with this shit. And he like, damn, I had $8 in my pocket. And I was in Atlanta living with my grandma at this time. You know what I mean? So we know it's being reached, and we know how easy that these allegations can come once you got some type of motion. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest. Like, we're living in them time of days where once you got you some motion, you know what I mean? That things start coming out of the woodworks, and you just got to be strong and strong. Understand, like you said, G, had the resources, have your lawyers ready, let them handle that. You continue to do what you need to do, man, because the devil come to seek and destroy, man. That's his job.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's his job.
Sure.
So we got to make sure that we on point, and that we making sure that if we living by God's words and we walking in faith. We got to know that this is going to turn out the way they're supposed to be. Everything, it's already written, Nas' voice. So, listen, we're going to go here, man. We're going to transition here, man. Balance in relationships. DT, we'll start with you. What does that look like for you? Like a balance in a relationship, a healthy relationship. What does that look for you or what does that look like for you? Your perception of balance.
Man, with the relationships I went through, I couldn't even tell you what balance relationship is, man. I don't have a clue, man. I don't know, Fred. I really don't know. I don't even know. Like what I don't know. This is a tough one. Why did you come to me? I don't have a clue what balance is. I'm unbalanced. My grandma told me I should have been a Gemini or a Libra. Hey, this is.
Let me reframe it though, Rich DT, before you start. So let me say, in a relationship, say if you're about to get in a relationship, right? And, from your experience, what would it look like for you, like now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that look like for you with your woman your wife, etc.
Man, I'm still Ray Charles. I can't see it. I'm so used to the nonsense. I don't even know what to expect as balance. But me personally, if I was to say, you know, equal opportunity. If I'm bringing this to the table, I'm doing X, Y, Z. These expectations got to be the same for you. If I'm coming in this house, I'm cleaning, I'm paying bills around here, I'm cooking, I'm helping you with the kids or whatever the situation might be. You got to return that same thing or be willing to do the same thing for me. Like you said, like I can't continue to pour into people and things and get nothing back out of in return. So if it's not down the middle, y'all want equal opportunity, as y'all say, let's let it be equal. Whatever I can do, let you do it too. But all that balance is understand. Communication is what it's got to come down to. Just to sum it all up, it's got to be communication. You got to be able to communicate the expectations from the jump. Before you get in anything, you got to lay it out there. Look, this is Derek. I'm this age. This is what I do. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, either you with this or you ain't. I'm at the point now. I'm not even gonna tolerate none of the nonsense. Like either this is what I'm gonna bring to the table. Can you accept this? If so, we can go forward. If not, hey, I can move around. Because at the end of the day, like man, and people told me this too. Even in relationships, women now in relationships are looking for security. They want what is it that you can do? They want to feel secure. They're not protected security. They want to make sure them bills gonna be paid, the house taken care of, the kids taken care of. These women ain't out here for love. They out here for security. So me personally, just communicate what it is that's got to be done. That's the only way it's gonna be any balance. It's understanding, like what they said. What I need from you is understanding. So it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Understanding is what I need.
Okay then. All right, DT. I appreciate that. What you thinking, man?
I mean, when it comes to the balance in relationship, you gotta have it, like you said, you gotta have a communication and sitting down and seeing like I hear people say that's in relationships about like a gender role. A man should do this, a woman should do this. I'm like, shit, if it's there, let's get it. I'm not about to walk past something and I'm gonna say, oh I'm waiting on my girl to get it. Nah, I don't live like that. I was raised a little different. One of my favorite things to do is to straighten up. I like a clean house. So I know how to wash. I ain't gonna sit and wait for my girl, my wife to come wash them clothes. The worst thing I want to do is smell funky clothes in the house. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start washing. Okay, my girl see I'm washing right now. He throwing the clothes in the load. What's wrong with my girl pulling out the trash and going to take them throw it on the side of the house? See, when you start labeling things, you move different. I just say just get it. Even if I had kids. You see them dishes right there? Come on, let's go ahead and get it. So the whole house will be balanced. Because we all gonna have that. We want the house to stay clean. We all responsible. So in the relationship, the parents gonna set the tone for how the house gonna be ran. Now, I'm me as the man, how the last say. I give my woman some leeway to say little things like that. Cause she might be right on certain things. She might got a different point of view. But she gonna bring it to me and I'm like, okay, sweetie, you right. We gonna go with that. That's when I stamp it. But for like the balance and everything, it's up to the parents, it's up to the male and the female, to issue out certain things and say, look, this how it's gonna be. And I don't look at it like everything is gonna be 50-50. Because if I pay 1, 2, 3 times, Shorty might say, well, I'm gonna pay twice. Okay, cool. You might do something 3, 4, 5. Okay, then I'm gonna do it 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So long as it's getting done and the communication, that's gotta be throughout a lot of shit. A certain bill. Maybe I was gonna spend 200 on groceries, I ended up spending 300, because I went and got something extra this week. I want to make this or do this or whatever it is, and it could teeter totter. That's the thing. Y'all balance it out when it's teeter totter. So you know what I'm saying, and not always looking at it that you doing more or she doing more, because at the end of the day, order to make the relationship work, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be sometimes somebody doing more and somebody ain't, but then you do more and then she come do it, then it breaks even. Like I'm a firm believer that getting it done and keeping a healthy household through communication and everything. Some guys say, I never cook. I cook. I don't gotta wait for my girl to get off the cooking, this and that. She gonna come in like, damn, baby, you in there? Yeah. Look, I probably can cook. My girl probably can throw down. That's two different things. I can make a 3-course meal for the kids. Baby, I'm gonna be late. Okay, I'm gonna thaw this chicken, whip up these mashed potatoes. Tell Derek to text me a little ingredients to throw in there. You know what I'm saying? I got some motherfucking string beans on the side. Everybody get 3 pieces of chicken. She come home. I got the little, newspaper for the baby girl. She's sitting down there watching her little, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating it. Hey, baby, yours in the microwave. I ain't got to sit and wait for her to come do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be done. That's just the man that I am. I don't do that. You washing and this. I fold clothes too. You know what I'm saying? I wipe stuff down. I want my stove clean. I don't like dishes in the sink. Put that shit up. So it goes hand in hand, back and forth, and that builds a healthy relationship and a balanced one as well.
That's real. That's what's up. Go ahead, DC.
But I'll say this too, as a man, we're not even looking at 50-50 or anything, because as a man, it's natural in you to provide. So you're going to do, 9 out of 10, a man do more than a woman expect anyway, just because that's just the nature that's in you. But Greg, hearing you talk, man, that's a different side of Greg there, man. Like how you just came with that, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. I like to hear that coming from you, Greg.
Bro, you think I'm going to live like that? Why you?
No, I'm not saying live like a
I ain't gonna blow up my spot. I'm not gonna blow up my spot. I almost blew up on my. I'm not gonna do that. But it's a reason that comes with me. It just comes with me because how you carry yourself, and I'm a structured person. A lot of women can't handle structure, so it ain't gonna be balanced out. When I say structure, I'm not running you. I'm gonna add to you. I'm not gonna sit and wait. So it's more beneficial. Ain't nobody gonna want a woman to just sit around and not do nothing. That's why the meeting and the first dates and stuff all come together to see what she got going on, how she do certain things. It can't always be the beauty or the ass and the titties and stuff like that to draw. That's a lust. I'm talking about being with you. You having my kid. I look at you totally different now. I'm thinking years being with you. Trust and all that. So that's a whole different magnitude as how I'm viewing you. I'm thinking about next month and I'm with you today, how things will be. If I ain't getting that, it's certain little things that I'll be looking for. Like balance is, what can you add to me? What can you teach me? Like Nas say, I like a woman to show me wisdom. So there's certain things that's like, and it can be intimidating. Women intimidate guys. A lot of times it's about what can you do for a woman. You ever heard a woman say, what can I do to add to him? And then you intimidate a woman because she feels like she's not compatible.
That's real.
Oh man, you gonna hold me to a certain standard. When you around them, you ain't never said nothing, but she see how you move and how you conduct yourself. So it's like, dang, I don't think I live up to this. Because let me know what you've been used to. I can look at your baby daddy and tell. Derek, my favorite thing. How did he get the...
Man, I put that in my arsenal now. I stole that. How did he get it, baby? You opened your legs up for this guy. How did he get it? I added that to my... I had to, how? Like earlier, you was like, how? I don't understand it. Why him?
And I think it just go like G said, with the gender roles. I don't really, I got a house, full of folk, right? I'm washing clothes, I'm cleaning up, I'm cooking. If I can help out, I'm buying groceries. You know what I mean? I'm not really into that. I think that's an older mindset, like back in the day, that type of situation. But even with my grandma and grandpa, my dad cleaned up. Like I told you earlier today, he was living in Marvin Gaye. Like my dad, like Saturday mornings, we was mopping, and we was cleaning our room. He was making sure we was getting this stuff done, but also continue to provide. I also think balance, the number one thing is that you got to have your life, and your wife or your girlfriend has to have hers as well. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't, then we can meet halfway. I don't need to, when you come home, baby, how was your day? I don't need to text you all day how your day was. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather come home. We can have that conversation. Baby, guess what happened to work today? This what happened today. This different things like that. Now we might check on each other on lunch breaks and different things like that. How's the day going? Cool. You know what I mean? I might sit, funny video, something that, dang, look what this happened. But what I'm saying is that you kind of have.
Bear with us here for a second, folks. Having some technical difficulties.
Buzz noise.
Yeah, that balance in a relationship, man. They agree. He came with a different side of G there, man. The ladies might start blowing you up. Greg, I didn't know you talk like that.
Nah, they do know I talk like that. They do know, but I'll be conversating with them.
You good? Okay. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. So I think you guys you have to meet that halfway. But again, of course, communication. We all know that's key with this, right? But also, G made a great point. It has to get done. It got to get done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a whole week ahead, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We know we got camp today. We know we got practice later on. We got to be able to work together as a team. That is what the biggest thing is about. And it's so, like you said, people that care about each other, that love each other, right? Now are going to make sure that it balances out some way. You see what I'm saying? It's not about, you know what I mean? Like, it's, that's just really what comes to this. And then my biggest thing is that, for things to be healthy is that you take a few things, you like you say, G said, you pour it, or Derek said, you pour it to the other person and that person pours into you as well. But we're also pouring enough of stuff into each other that we're, what I mean, that we're seeing that, like with me and my wife, we go out, I pay for dinner. I don't remember the last time my wife paid for dinner. She's not going to pay for dinner when we going out. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. She's not going to pay for drinks when we going out. This is my wife. We're going out on a date. We still date each other. We done been together, 16, 17 years. We still date each other. We still do those type of things. We go on weekday dates. We go on weekend dates. We go to the movies, go bowling. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy my person, but also this is my best friend as well. Like, I tell her, even if we wasn't together, I would still, if I ran up on $10 million, I'm making sure you going to be straight. I don't care what you got going on, because that's just me. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I'm not, it's not going to go too much further than that. If I'm together, because of course I'm looking, I might be looking at, elsewhere to extend, what's going on. So yeah, you held me down, right? So I'm going to make sure that I justify and make sure that you're good. But we going to also say, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also, I got to make sure my kids, where I got to make sure that when my kids ain't with me, that they good. You know what I mean? I got to make sure that they got everything that they need. And that's the most important thing. But also, you've been so solid. You don't lie to me. You tell me the truth when things need to be told. You also let me know how you feel at a point in time. That's what I think the balance is. The balance is that you care about me enough to keep it real with me. And we keep it real with each other and be authentic as possible. And it's just being genuine. You know what I mean? Like, I just think just being a good, being a decent person is going to take you a far way in relationships and lives and all type of relationships, not just, marriage and stuff. So I just think, and to sum it up, the ended right here is that balance, whatever it looks like to you in a healthy way, that's what it should be. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you want to do. If you want to be the dude that pay all the bills and don't do shit at home, then be it. And if she do everything at home, cool. If that's how y'all want to work it, I just think we got to get the social media shit got to stop. This how I need to be. Nah. Why the hell? Like, go ahead.
You can feel when it's unbalanced.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can.
Now
feel it.
It's up to you to say something during it, because the more you suffer, because everybody want to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And you like to feel good doing things, helping people or doing your part. When you keep swiping and swiping and swiping and coming home clean, and she got an excuse not to do something, you're like, now hold on now, wait. And we all get tired.
Mm-hmm.
But you can pretty much tell when it's unbalanced, or when you feel like, what's the song say, everybody plays a fool. And we don't want that in a healthy relationship, and as a man, I know we don't look forward to being told that we always doing a good job, a great job. But we don't want to be used either. We don't want to be a person that you just take it for granted. We
And it's
come
okay to
in
get.
and
And G, not to cut you, but it's okay to get the reassurance. Like it's okay for you to like,
yeah,
even though we do what we supposed to do, it's okay to be like, hey, babe, I see you out here hustling. I see you out here. You know what I mean? I just want to let you know, like, I just appreciate it because that's what goes a long way with a man. See, that's the difference. You don't gotta put me could be a big butt ass nigga on the bed or nothing. You tell me that you appreciate what I got going on. Listen, that's all. I mean, I'm just saying, like you said, DT and G. I agree with y'all. We already got provider in us. Like we're gonna get it done because we have to get done. But when you notice it and you see it and you like, damn, babe, I'm proud of you. I see what you're doing. I see you've been consistent. Like the wife said the other day, she's like, damn, babe, you've been going to the gym. I'm proud. You've been consistent, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you've been
Words of
going and going.
affirmation.
Yeah, words of affirmation, and that little thing right there just took me. I just appreciate that
He
way more
started.
than anything that you can give me. Physically,
there you go.
physically.
There you go.
That's what he
Hey,
He
started
had a
doing.
moment. He had a moment.
hey,
He
He
but
had a
in
look
the
though.
moment.
bathroom at the gym, like, yeah, but baby said she see that. Yeah.
Like, here you
Okay,
go,
Fred.
man.
That's why you was in that mirror when I walked in there. You was in that mirror.
Come on,
Okay.
man. Stop that, man. Hey, but look though. All right, well, we're gonna transition here, man, because but I think everybody kind of got on what they had to say. So we're gonna transition here, man. This a sneak topic here too before we get to quote of the day. Um, is
Nah,
that
hell no.
is that boy Drake done, man?
Hell nah, he ain't done. Let
Listen,
me
listen.
go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you cook. This is what I want to say first, and I'm gonna let Jeek start. Drake dropped a new song called "What Did I Miss?" Took shots at LeBron, Future, Kendrick a little bit. Did you guys hear the song? And can Drake bounce back from what he's been through with that battle with Kendrick? G, go ahead.
Listen, the battle with Kendrick, everybody know I'm a Kendrick fan. I like Drake. Hell nah, Drake ain't done. Like, he's the biggest seller the past 20 years. He got a lot of males, mostly females. He could drop a hit. That song right now probably be number one on the billboards. You can't be stupid. Like him or love him, hate him, but nah, Drake is Drake. Like, hell nah, he ain't done. He took his shots at everybody that he felt that who he helped career-wise and some athletes that he thought was his brothers, felt that, you went over there with Kendrick. But only into that, Drake, I think you went a little too far. I get that you felt the way, but who's to say they weren't cool with Kendrick? They in LA. I don't think it was nothing towards you like they don't fuck with you. I think that's you and your emotions, but for as, artists that you work with, you probably feel betrayed. Like, I could go to Future. I'm not the biggest Future guy. Might get cussed out in the comments or something about that. But why would you want him to feature on your song? Future, Drake could say that to Future. Why you want Kendrick knowing what was going on? Now, y'all had the number one damn song for the whole summer last year. Y'all ate off my name. Then it's like, then y'all come out, what is it, part 2? You and
Part two.
Metro. So that let
Mm-hmm.
me know it was intentional. This minus Kendrick now. So to feel that way, all right. I just ain't like the fact that Drake had a picture with all them guns, man. You make too much money to be going to jail. So before you being done, I would never say that you done. Your fan base is too big, but you a staple out here. This ain't no glaze. I'm just giving you your flyers, bro.
Yep.
You make dope music. I ain't with your
True.
singing. Rapping, I love your rapping, bro. Like, nah, Drake could make a hit probably right now while we on a podcast. Like, he could come in and spit a verse and just throw it on Apple. That motherfucker gonna have 1.1 million in 2 hours. Like, he's that type of artist. He have that type of effect on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the lawsuit and all that. Drake is Drake, bro. And
Megastar.
one thing you can't do is take what he did away from the game. And that's to anybody. Rappers, athletes, they are who they are. You ain't gotta like them, but I don't think Drake could never be done. He probably not hit the same, but done. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, hell nah. Go ahead,
Nah,
DT.
good take, Drake.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to listen to the song, but as far as his career being over with, I agree with G. I don't think his career is done, but I feel he got to put out some stuff to recover because he definitely took a hit with the beef with Kendrick Lamar. Even like you said, those guys, even though they artists or whatever, they still fans of music, and they gonna ride with whoever they ride to. But I think a lot of people with just hearing that Kendrick Lamar, hearing it so much. Even myself, I come to the gym. Greg was like, "What you got on Kendrick?" I said, "I'm tired of hearing it. Like I don't have nothing against you. I'm just tired of hearing the songs. Just like they just over and over. Like, and then it's just like I mean, it's rap. It ain't, and I don't even consider like this Drake and Kendrick. I don't even consider real beef. I grew up in a Pac and Biggie era. Like that was real live beef, where it was like real live personal stuff going on. Like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Like, so it was real. Like this stuff here, you just back and forth. That I don't even consider that beef. Y'all both rapping, y'all both in y'all lane, do what y'all continue to do. Y'all both black men. Continue to put on.
No, I agree with that, Derek. I think Drake can. I wouldn't even beef back. I'm gonna keep it real. I think his power from the beginning. I think when he messed up, when he egged on Kendrick, say drop, you ain't doing nothing and this and that. Me personally, I don't have to beef with you not being funny. I could just continue to do what I'm doing. You'll have to beef with me. And if I choose to beef with you, okay. Come on, man. Like he said, I'm one away from Michael Jackson. So beat it. I think that was a dope concept that he said in the song. He was telling them to beat it. But he used beat it as Michael Jackson beat it. So, I mean, Drake put a lot of cats on as well. Yes, do he got the right to feel the way he feel? Yes, he do. He do, and I'm with him. He do. But to carry it on, like, bro, we did a year. Y'all shut the fucking summer, winter, everything down. I will go back like he took a break. I ain't mentioning nothing. I'm gonna make a summer banger, bro. And I'll tour off one song and make 40 million off one song. Cause he didn't did it before. Nigga went on tour with a fucking mixtape, bro. The fuck you going on tour? Come on, bro. Niggas don't do that. Nigga went on tour with a mixtape, nigga. Birdman even said he ate off that nigga off a mixtape. A mixtape, not an album.
Yeah, mixtape. Facts.
Who else? I'm just saying, I'm giving him his flowers.
Yeah.
You ain't even got it. Like, come on, bro. You can write and just play the back, Neo the whole career. Nigga, I could bring an artist out and just write for him. We'll know the sound like, yeah, that's Drizzy writing that shit. But it'll sound good. What you think, Fred?
Make a hit. Nah, this one I'm gonna say, y'all. I definitely don't think he done. I think he's too talented, and I think he got too many resources to be done. Right? Who phone is that? That's yours, is it? Oh, okay. My bad. So
you look Drake, Greg.
Look. So I'm gonna say he's definitely not done. I think he got too many resources. I think he way too talented to be done. But I do. This is what I want to say to Drake. You already had a song called "No Friends in the Industry." You kind of knew it was going that way, right? I don't give a fuck. I love my friends. I love my guys, man. I got love for y'all. I'm not getting G Clark tatted on my goddamn arm.
You
understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to go there because that's the problem. You know what I mean? You think too much. You think too much of people because you think you met these guys just because of where you're at. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you met these guys for where you're at. You think too much of these people. You see what I'm saying? This is why it goes back to I love LeBron on the court. I'm not too sure of him off the court, right? Because of these type of moves. I understand DeMar DeRozan. He's from Compton. Russell Westbrook is from California. They're from Compton. They are friends of Kendrick Lamar, James Harden. These guys should be there. It makes sense, right? You know what I mean? Like what Bron did, like that was a shit show. And I couldn't believe LeBron did that. This is what I'm talking about with LeBron. You don't have to do that. You don't have to overindulge in that. Come on, bro. You could
You
like
know,
the song
LeBron
and
on whatever hot. You know that whatever's hot, you gotta drop your album first, wrap it in back of the Maybach.
yeah, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's over the top with Bron, and it's way too much. Like you going, listen, listen. Did we? I think we all when that first song first dropped, right? What's the last song with Kendrick dropped? That was on the radio. Not Like Us, right? When that
Yeah,
first dropped, when we first heard it, we like, oh shit. We all knew it was over with. Once that song dropped, I was like, oh, the beat catchy. Like he did to Drake what Drake did to me when he did Back to Back. Back to Back was being blasted in the clubs the same way that Not Like Us. Kendrick warned Drake. He said, Back to Back, I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. He didn't. Nobody understood that until he dropped Not Like Us, and he did him the same way. And so, well, guess what? I was able to generate money. I was able to go on tour. I pretty much killed the summer, and I came out of hibernation because Drake, Kendrick was always chill out the way, taking care of the baby girl, baby boy with wifey. You know what I mean? These guys, because he had money. Kendrick is not he doing burpees at the park, man. Like, he not I seen you listen. And the thing about Kendrick is that he is likable. Like, he is really likable. When they was running down there I forgot where he was running, but the little kid was running with him. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, how can you not like this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, it did what it did, but also he got a side to him. He got a side where he got a side, like he said, I'm an old school Gemini. He couldn't believe Ye made up with Drake. He said, I'm an old school Gemini. So what I'm saying is that Drake underestimated, and the problem with Drake is you threw out people names that end up turning on you. You said Travis Scott wiped you down. Travis turned on you. He got on stage and said, "Hey, Future, play that song where y'all diss Drake." Now this is, you see what I'm saying? You threw out SZA. Why the fuck would SZA go turn her? Why would you even mention SZA when she's with TDE? That don't even make no goddamn sense. You know what I mean?
that's his emotions, Fred.
That is his emotions, and his emotions put him in a bad situation. Why would you beef with Debo? Why would you speak on? But if they hang up his jersey, if they hang up his jersey, they need to put it. Dre, for real, bro. Listen, listen, bro. The best thing you can do right now is this, bro. The best thing you can do is this. The best thing you can drink is, like, I agree with you, G. Get out here, put a great body of work out. Rap, get back to your essence.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
That's
because
all you got to do.
You don't need nobody else. You put other people on. They didn't put you on. You know what I mean? Like, when you start hopping on these other people's tracks, like Future and all these guys and this and that, The Weeknd, all of them. I mean, you had a part in a lot of these people's careers. You know what I'm saying? Even you and Kendrick started out. Kendrick admitted that when he did, what was the great mixtape as well? Section 80. Section 80. He did Section 80. Remember when they went on tour and Kendrick let Drake hear this? He was like, man, this is phenomenal. They built a relationship from there. Kendrick gave Drake his flower. It ain't that Kendrick don't respect Drake. He got tired of.
They respect Drake. Oh, trust me, but
he tired of the facade. Remember headlines? He out there with the gloves on. People was mad at Charlamagne, but Charlamagne told the truth. What the hell? You ain't, nigga. You was on Degrassi. You was in the wheel. You was in a wheelchair. And I ain't going against nobody on the wheelchair. I'm just saying he was in the wheelchair on Degrassi. Like, you come from a good background. You tired of. Go ahead, G.
It's guys he have around him too that don't check him. See, when you make the most money, you feel like you can't be checked. So when you got guys like Chubbs and Nico and all them 40, like, y'all are cool with him with this behavior. Y'all got to try to channel that, because he the focus. How to move when he feeling that way. Like, he doing skits that he buying Lalo's sister a new Benz and shit. Like, bro, why is you doing that? Crying over chicks and stuff. So he real emotional, and Drake do feel the fact that he's not accepted because of by him being mixed, having a black side and a white side, and he's a Jew, and how he used to talk about his daddy and praise his mother, and it's like, well, my daddy is my black side, so I like what the culture bring to me from that side, but I'm protected on this side. So when they look at him, it's like, you're not like us, because you going to cater to the side that benefits you the most. The dressing, the swag, the lifestyle, the talk. Like even you heard his voice switch up when he was driving that ice truck. They like, man, you use 5 different type of languages. He's going to use whatever it is to benefit him. You know, I watched it. You know, and Drake's smart enough to know these things. I think he do some manipulating things because he know making a selfie with tears in his eyes of women. I'm like, see, y'all messing with him. Y'all need to leave him alone. He gave y'all hits. And then he'll put a picture up like Derek with all these guns in the front yard, ain't shot one, soft ass motherfucker. And I dare you come on my lawn and all this shit. I'm ready for war. Drake, you make too much money to go to jail. It ain't that serious. Not Kendrick Lamar, not one time posted a gun. But he did say this. I hate when people posting guns and somebody died, then they want to be nuns. This man just posted them guns. His security guard got shot. Did he say pray for a city? Kendrick Lamar predicted it. Oh man, this need to stop. This, and that. I don't know if it's publicity, but we don't need that. Drake, do what you've been doing. Because what you've been doing got you here, got you successful, it got you $500 million.
You good at what you do. You great at what you do.
He's great at what he do. He's great.
He great at what he do.
He's great. And going back and forth beefing, and I ain't say wave a white flag or have a peace treaty. Just turn the corner, do a detour, and say, let me get back on this road of success. What I've been doing. Look what it brought me. You bought your mama a mansion. You got 2. You bought a ranch in Houston with all these acres, and you got cows and shit. You got spur boots. That's what doing what you do got you, Drake. Chubbs and them, you know, they cool, but they can come visit. But and plus you getting older too, bro. And I think I'm gonna hit you with this one. He got a little Michael Jackson in him. He don't want to get old. He don't want to get old. That's a fear to a lot of people being successful. They want to stay in a certain pocket where you can still do a lot of things and your body still feel the best. You don't want, that's why I use a lot of Beijing. He don't want to show a gray hair. He don't know how to brace that side of getting old. You got to embrace getting older because it comes wisdom. Drake is like Peter Pan. He's a grown man that ain't grew up. You got to grow up, Drake. You got to start using different words and stuff, and how you carrying yourself. Your message got to be different as well. That's why they say, man, I don't see no substance. He about to be, he close to 40. He's still saying this. Your music ain't aging with you. And that's why some people point that out about him. He gets sensitive. I'm about turning up and this and that. Okay, make a song about just chilling in the house. Kicking it with your son. Because, some of your fans ain't going to be wanting to hear that. But that's where your space at now. Drake, you can't be 30 again. You're 38. Even Cole grew up. He got kids now. He got a song called Daddy Let My Hand Go. That's about his son. My son growing up. I got to grow up. I got to let his hand go. So I just think that reality sits in with guys that's successful like that, especially when they're alone. And that I'll rush to them. How long I got to do this?
No, that's real though.
Bob.
Yeah. G, you just made some great points, man. And so we're gonna go ahead and close that out. Like I said, I think we all agree that he ain't done. And Drake, we looking forward to what you got going on next, man. You know, we just honestly, hip hop is kind of right now, real stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get some good music out here soon, and we look forward to it, man. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, man, to our quote of the day, man. And we'll do this quickly. Quote of the day. Some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. By their boy, Michael Jordan. I thought this was key. I think it's a famous quote, but I think it's, DT, go ahead and let you start what you think about this quote. I think it's simple. But just let us know what you think here quickly, and so and we'll get right over to you, G. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, you got something to talk about. You got something to do it. That's it. That's something as simple as that. You got some people. Hey, I want to lose 40 pounds. You sitting on the couch. You got some people want to lose 40 pounds. Here they is. They talking to Greg. Hey, Greg, what you eat? How often you work out? So you got people that's going to take the steps to do what they want to do, and you got some that's just going to talk about it. So, hey, if you want action, that's it. Just sum it up. Action, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. That's simple. Action.
It's all up to your makeup, bro. It's your mentality. Mm-hmm. They talking about, like Derek said, they want to lose weight, this and that. When should I start? Start now. Start now. It's your makeup. It's how bad you want it. Should nobody you talk to want as much as you? And if the work you put in is what you're going to get out, you got to be passionate about things you really want. See, a lot of people don't be passionate about it. Passion to come with a feeling, because you don't want to let self down. Your drive, your wake up, your determination, your discipline, that all plays a part in achieving goals. You know what I'm saying? If you say you want to be the best at whatever it is, what you putting into it. It's kids talking about they real life dog hoopers. You're not a dog, you're a puppy. You got to learn how to be a dog. You're not putting enough work in. I'm not disrespecting you. Your work ethic is louder than your mouth. Like I said, I'm going to say this again. Derek, you probably want to jot this down. I'd rather be deaf than blind. I don't like hearing bullshit. I'd rather see you. I want to see you. I want to see you. Anybody tell me, I hear you. But do I see you? Oh, yo, Coach G, I did. Oh, okay. But it's all about your makeup and your mentality, but to get stuff done. At the end of the day, how much you want it, you shall achieve it.
Damn, that's a bar. Nah, yeah. And I'm gonna close it up quickly, man. We talked about this prayer without work.
Ooh.
It's pretty much simple. You praying, but you ain't putting the work in. You know what I mean? You need to know you need to work on your credit. You're spending your credit card. You ain't got the money to pay the bill off.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? So what at the end of the day is that you're gonna either put up or shut the fuck up. It's simple. Get the fuck out my way because I'm moving with actions. I don't care about what you telling me. I don't care about what you did back in the day. I don't care about none of that. What you're doing right now.
There you go.
What you bringing to the table right now. And I think this was perfect to sum up the type of design that Michael Jordan is because he's an action guy. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's too much talking. He's an action guy, and I think it's a lot of guys that can relate to this.
Yes, for sure.
Like this, just period, right? Let's not even talk about Michael Jordan. Let's just talk about regular guys that get up and go to work every day, 9 to 5, that handle their business every day, right? A lot of people can relate to this. Is putting the action in and getting out what they put in. You feel better when you put in and you get out what you put in. You know what I mean? And also you see it. It's a difference. I study for this test. I study for this. I got an A+. He did study. He got an F. It's pretty much simple. You got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. You got to lead with action, man. So listen, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get this done, man. I know it was a long episode, but we had some great topics today, man. So we had to touch them, man. DT, any closing words for the people this week?
Hey, just want to say, hey, make sure y'all tune in. Continue to tune in. Continue to be great. Episode 10, we want to continue to win. But please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna let my guy Lil Greg go ahead, backdoor Lil Joe with the fofo.
What you got? What's up, G?
It was great. It was a great episode. Episode 10. Next week, we'll be back at it again to get y'all quotes of the day, sports news, stuff that's going on in the city. Mm-hmm. Like, share, subscribe, and continue to go on this journey with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And listen, I'm going to say thank you guys for everything, man. Again, they continue to like, share, subscribe, comment, continue hitting our DMs. If y'all guys have any questions, any type of subject that you guys want us to speak about, we will be having merch coming out soon. I'm just going to throw that out there, man. So we working on some things behind the scenes. Also, I want to shout out to Hood News 75. Cincinnati guy that's been doing this hood news, going around to different neighborhoods and stuff. He went down to the banks, man. He said some kids causing trouble down there at the banks, man. It was a couple kids that got shot the other day. Quit dropping your kids off expecting us to babysit while we're coming out to have fun, safe, fulfilled evenings. All right? This is the Banks is a beautiful place. This is close to where the Bengals play at. We have so many different things that you guys can enjoy down there. Um, it's a shame. It's a shame that's what's been going down there lately. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up changing some rules down there. Okay, we got to get this shit together, y'all. Y'all are the future. We care about y'all too much for y'all to continue doing this nonsense. It got to stop. All right, youngins, it got to stop. Parents, please. Um, if they can't come with you, then you shouldn't be going. Period. Quit dropping them off. Quit checking kids. Ask questions. We got to get back to doing this, y'all. Ask them what's going on. How was their day? What's going on? Checking the book bags. Checking different things to make sure that we know what's going on with our kids. Okay. That's all. I want to shout out Hood 75 because he brought that up. He did it like he said. I don't want to be coming down here getting a Crown Royal and I'm getting punched in the head. I don't want to be coming down here getting a shot of Hennessy and taking a leg warmer. You know what I mean? Like we should be able to go down there and have a good time,
City
guys.
crazy,
And
bro.
the city crazy. You know, youngest. This is just again. We're gonna continue talking to y'all because we care about y'all and we really want. This is the whole goal of what we're doing here with this pod is trying to give you guys a different perspective. Because a lot of y'all not be able to see your future, your future develop because you guys are being gone so early over nonsense. So we just want to let you guys know that. But we're gonna go ahead and check out today, Making the Right Play podcast 10, guys. We'll see y'all later. We out.